All right. So what? We can create what? Create a directory. Okay. Please now we're in class. Okay. Let's go to the help desk. Create a directory called, okay, called what? Called students. And then what? Number 4, rename the what? The students directory to what? To Lion Tech, okay, what? DevOps, okay, students. See that? So can we do that? Again, very what? Very easy. This is what? This is going to what? Make what? Make directory called what? Students. And then of course, if we have to rename this, okay, it's going to what? It's going to be, you know what? So what are we renaming? We are changing what? This to, okay, to this. See that? So first what? First, we create the directory with what? With the make directory command. Okay. Make directory students. And then what? We are then going to rename what? The students to what? To Lion what? Lion Tech DevOps students, right? Let's see how it goes now. Okay. See this. Okay. So let's say we want to, okay, create a directory called what? Called students. So what we make what? Make directory, okay, students. See that? Now again, if see, okay, let me answer Mesa's question again in what in other way, right? If I run ls-area, I have my students, okay, it's listed as the last or what, or the most recent that was created. That's still very okay. If I run ls, see that I can what? I can still see my students, right? See that? But if I run ls-ltr to what? To list with time and the reverse order, okay, it becomes that. So what? I can see students listed what? As the last thing. So now again with the clear command, I clear my screen. Okay, type clear command to clear your screen. So now my next assignment is what? Is to rename, okay, students, what? This student directory to what? To Lion Tech DevOps students. So something here. If I run LSA, what do I have? I have what? I have students. But what? I want to change this name from what? From students to what? To Lion Tech DevOps students. So it's like, for example, going to the court to change your identity. How can this be done? And again, it's what? It's very easy also on what? On Windows, right? Do you see how I can rename? Okay, let me rename, okay. Let me rename this what? New folder 6 to demo. Show more options here. And I can what? I can see the rename option. I think it's somewhere. Hold on 1 second. Am I not seeing this? Okay. Click here. See that? You see this? It says what? Rename, right? So if I click here, I can give this folder a new name. So let's call it what? Demo. Let's call it September 16. Okay, like that. See that? There we go. So what? It has what? It has changed from new folder 6 to what? To September 16. So I have renamed. So the same thing, right? In Linux, when you change a name, right? That name, okay, the previous name goes away. It doesn't exist again. Just like if you go to court and change your name from, you know, Elvis to Mavis, okay, what? You're no longer called Elvis, but what? But Mavis. So the Elvis name is going to be deleted from your system, okay? So now I can do this. Look at the chat. Can I share my screen so you can see if I got it right? Just what? Don't share screen, just share the screenshot on the help desk in Teams, okay? We cannot share screen while the class is ongoing. It's going to be destructive, okay? But if you share the help desk, I'll just look at it here. Like I can see Coyote has an issue here. See that? No, let's see. See that? Like you can see, right? You see, no, yeah, Coyote has an issue here. So I'll be looking at this after the class. I think I know what the issue is. It says Linux has not been enabled. So what? We just have to enable it. Simple. Okay. Let me know what Windows you're using. Okay. Let me ask a question here. You can reply to this. So I can reply. What is your current operating? I mean, like, doing what system version? So is it Windows 10 or what? Windows 11, right? So what are you using? Are you using Windows 10 or Windows 11? Okay, well, because it's going to help us. Okay, people say, oh, I'm just back from work. Sorry, Roderick just joined. Okay, no problem. It's okay. All right, don't worry. Okay, the videos are there. You can always watch that. Okay, now we want to what? We want to rename students to what? To Lion Tech DevOps students. So what? Again, I do move. Okay. What? Students exist. So what? You cannot change a name that doesn't exist, right? The same thing, you cannot change the direction that doesn't exist. So change what? Students to Lion Tech, what? DevOps, okay? See that? DevOps students, okay? Enter. So now, if I run ls again, do you still expect to see students in my output? Let me get the answers, yes or no? Do you expect to see students when I run ls now? What do you expect to see? Of course, what? No. Thank you. It means what? It means that you are getting it. See that? There we go. So now what happens? We have what? We have changed this from students to Lion Tech DevOps students. So that is the renaming operation. It's very simple and straightforward. Okay, the move command. But again, what? The move command also have, another function that we are going to come to it, right? That's what. Okay. Move command. This is what this is. Okay, what? They move or what? Or mv command as what? As a relocator, right? So move, right? So let's say what? You have a cup of tea or you have a television, right, in your sitting room, and you want to move it from what? The sitting room to your bedroom, right? If you carry out that operation, do you still expect to see the TV in the sitting room? The answer is no. So what? The move command has two major important functions. One, it can what? It can be used to what? To completely move a file or directory from what? From one location to another. Or what? And it can also be used to rename a directory. Please, this is crucial. So what? The move command as what? As a relocator. Okay. So what? The move command, move or what? Or mv command can what? Can be used to what? To move a file or directory. Okay. From what? From one location to another. Okay. Okay. So the move command as what? As a relocator. To what? So you want to what? You want to relocate. Okay. Something from what? From one location to another. So example. Okay, now let's what? Let's do an example. Okay, one, let's create a directory called what? Called Cameroon, right? Two, change what? Change directory to what? To Cameroon, and then what? Make a directory again what? Make a directory called what? Called this, okay? So let's what? Let's call it Bamenda, okay? Bamenda, Boyer, Douala, okay, and all of that. Those what? Those is three. Again, what? Create another directory, another directory called what? Called regions. Then what? Then move Bamenda, Boyer, and Douala to what? Douala to what? Today. Okay, today regions directory. Okay, very important. Let's see how it goes. All right. So in this case, right? So this is our example. This is what the move command as a relocate. So what the move command has two functions, right? The first function is to rename, and what the second function, the most important function, is what is to actually like what move files and directories from what? From one location to another. So let's see what. So here we have an example here, right? The first example is to make create a directory called Cameroon, right? So we can come back here and what? We can do what? Make directory, okay, Cameroon, right? Make directory Cameroon, highlight that, and then what? Change directory to Cameroon. So what command do I type here? What command should I run if I want to change or access the Cameroon directory? What command? What? The cd command. Thank you so much, Felix. So what? I'll run what? I'll run cd into Cameroon. Okay? So what? cd into Cameroon. Okay, let's get that done. So we come back here and what? We run what? Make directory space, okay, Cameroon with capital C. See that? So whenever you execute and it gives you back no errors, it means what? It was a successful execution. So your command line recognizes what you want to do. Now if we run ls here, what? We see a new directory called Cameroon. So we can what? We can cd into Cameroon. Okay. If we run ls here, what? There's nothing there. But then we have a new requirement to what? To create directories. Create what? Okay. Make directories for this. I think the issue what should be to what? Create the following directories. Okay. See how it's on here from what? From day one. This is day 3, and what? You're already getting your hands dirty, right? So what? Let's create these directories. So what command are we going to use here to create these directories? What commands are we going to use to create this? The make directory command is what we are going to use. So I run what? I run make directory, what? Bamenda, okay, Boyer, and Douala, like that. Okay. Or you can what? You can do this. So make directory, Boyer, again, space, and what? And make directory to wall. Okay. So again, lowercase m, and what? Lowercase m. We have what? We have our spaces. So I know why I don't want to introduce you guys on what? On how to create, multiple directories in one command. Just say, okay, that's what. Let's take it one step at a time. We have new babes in this class, and I don't want them to get distracted. Okay. Oops, sorry. This is Bamindo. And what? We have this. So, thank you so much. All right. That's what. Let's do that. And then, of course, our what? And then what? We need to want what? We want to create another directory here called what? Called regions. So make what? Directory. Okay. Regions. But our final objective here is to learn how to move, okay, folders from what? From one location to another. Says what? Then what? Move. Boya, Bamenda, Duwala to what? To region. So let's come back here. So first we had to create a directory called what? Called Cameroon, make directory Cameroon, and then what? We change directory to Cameroon, which we did already. See that? CD and what? Now we can find ourselves in Cameroon. And now let's create what? The foreign directories in Cameroon. So of course in Cameroon we have Bamenda. So what? Make directory. Okay, make directory Bamenda, make directory Boya, and what? Make directory, okay, Duwala. See that? So that this is done. Okay, and now, okay, the next operation is what? Is to create a directory called regions. So we come back here and what? Now if you run ls here, you see that? So what do you see now? We have what? We have Bamenda, we have Boya, and we have Duwala. So again, if you run what? ls-lt area, what do we have? You can see exactly when it was created. And what ls-l is still what? Is it going to list the same thing? And what? The command ls is also what? It's going to list, but ls with the l flag, -l flag what? List, it gives you more information like what? Okay, whether it is a directory of files, the groups that own the directory, the owner, the time it was created, and the day and date it was created. Okay, so in this case, now we have what? Make directory regions. So now we have what? Let's do this, and we are going to what? We are going to make another directory here called what? Called regions, right? So ls, now we have what? We have regions. So the common sense here is that Bamenda, Boya, Duwala are what? Are all regions in Cameroon. So there's no point for us to be listing all of them. We can what? We can, group all of that as what? We can what? So we can move it into what? Into the regions category. Make sense? So now, how can we do that? The move command. So what am I going to move? So I'll run the move command. And of course, what? This follow what? The object that you want to move, or what? Or the source, or what? Or the source of the object, and what? We are going to have a destination, right? So think of it this way. You want to move a television set from what? From your parlor, you must what? You must have a destination. Where are you going to keep it after you move it? So what? The source is what? The source of that TV or the object is what? Is the parlor or the sitting room, and what? The destination is the bedroom, right? So to move what? We need a source. So for example, what? My source is what? My source is the Cameroon's folder here or directory, and what? my destination is going to be the regions directory. So if I want to move Bamenda, Douala, and Boya to what? To the regions directory. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. So MV, right? So what? MV. What do I want to move? What is my object? Let's start with Bamenda. And then what? What is a destination? Okay, of Bamenda is what? That is what. So I'm what? I am moving it to region. See that? So if I was to make an arrow here, let's see, insert shapes. Let me not complicate it, or leave the way it is. So what? We are simply what? We are simply moving Bamenda to what? To region. So please pay attention. So if you run ls here, do you see Bamenda here? We see what? We see Bamenda. So when we move it, are you going to expect to see Bamenda again in this directory? Yes or no? Will you expect to see Bamenda in the Cameroon directory? The answer is no. Why? Because it has been moved, right? Because see, okay, this is the basics that I want you to get. And again, what the move command is a common command that you are going to use, right? Because sometimes, right, at work, you are going to clone a repository, and let's say, okay, you want to what? You want to clone a repository, what that repository already has contents, and what they have access to what? To just duplicate it. So what? The move command can help you to what? To either just rename it and use it, or what? You can use the copy command, which we are going to come to, okay? So we come back here, and what? We are still with the move command. So what? Want to move, okay? This is lower M. Okay, move what? Move Bamenda. So what? This is our object to what? To a new destination. So of course, everybody have established that what? When we execute this operation, okay, we don't expect to see Bamenda again in what? In the Cameroon directory. So we move here, move, okay. Bamenda to what? To regions. See that? There we go. See that? Move what? Move Bamenda to regions. So this is how you interpret this whole operation. We are moving Bamenda to regions. So look at something now. Is what it has moved. If I run my ls here, as expected, do you see Bamenda again? The answer is no. Let's what? Let's move Boya to what? Sorry. I'm trying to type to what? To regions. And there we go. And again, what? We can move Douala to what? To regions, right? And you see that that's what it has gone. So if you run, what happened here? So what? We have moved. So previously we had what? We had Bamenda, Boya, Douala. Then what? We created a directory called regions, and then what? We have moved everything like this. Move what? Move Boya. We can paste this here. Control V. Oops, what's happening? Okay. Move what? So move Boya. Okay. Regions. And what? You can again what? Move Douala to what? To regions. At this level, any questions? Any questions at this point? Okay. No questions. Good. Okay. Just trying to make it look, Okay. So what we have moved this. Okay, so what? We have moved Bamenda to regions, move Boya to region, and then now we have what? If we run your LS here, what do we have? Nothing. Okay, we only have what? We only have regions. So now, if we cd into regions, okay, we have what? You see that? We have what? So we have moved Bamenda from the Cameroon, that is to what? To the regions category. That's what we have done, right? Here. Okay. Very, very important. Anybody has a question at this point? You want to ask a question, please feel free to ask. Okay, I'm more than happy to answer them. Okay. So we have looked at the move command as well, as like, so we can use a move command to, kind of relocate stuff from one location to another, and all of that. Let's go ahead. Okay. This is where we are with what? With the move command. Let's see. Somebody has a question. How can I differentiate between the object and its destination? Okay. It's the same. The answer is no. So hold on 1 second. Okay. You have a TV in your parlor, right? In your sitting room. And you want to move that TV to your bedroom. Which one is the object and which one is the destination? And what is the source? Mr. Roger, can you answer the question for me? So which one is the destination and what is the source and what is the object? So what? Let's do this. See that? So, okay. The first thing we did was to create what? These directories, right? Okay, I have understood. Okay, that's fine. So what? So these are what? These are the objects in that case, right? Okay. So we have Bamenda, we have Boya, we have this. So we are moving this from its original location, Cameroon, to what? To the new location, region. So region becomes what? Becomes the destination. Make sense now? Is that okay? Good? Okay. Thank you. So now, okay, we are moving to the permanent direction. So the interview question here is often something like this. What is the difference between what? Between the copy command, copy what? And what? And the move command. Okay. What is the difference? So what? Let's look at this now. The what? So this was the move command 5. So number 6 here is what? Is the copy what? Command. CP. So can we create a new can we create at this point, like saying Cameroon is Africa? Yes, of course, we can do that. So okay, what all we have to do is to is to create. We can do it. Okay, let's come to that. Okay, Prince Chuku. Is it Chukudi? Is that you pronounce the name? Chukudi or Chukwaudi? I don't know. Sorry about that. If I'm not saying it right, I'm sorry. But of course, what that is right. We can do that. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. So the what? The copy command. So think of it this way. When you make a copy of something, do you lose the original? Like, okay, let's do a very good example here, okay? Let's come here, okay? This is our teams here. So what? Let me demonstrate what? Let me do what? A very quick demonstration on what? On move and copy. So let's say what? Let's create what? A new directory here called demonstration. I'm going to delete it, don't worry, demo, right? And now in this demo, let's sit into it and what? Let's create Linux, right? And in this Linux, that's what? Let's create a file called what? Commands, right? So, okay, this is a very good example on how we use these commands on a daily basis. So see what happens now, okay? Something. Can I copy this file from what? From Linux to demo? The answer is yes. So what? If I come back here, you see that? Okay, so I have what? I have Linux. And what? Linux is found where? It's found in demo, right? Inside of demo, I have, and then what? Inside I have what? I have commands as a document. So what? This is a file, right? But what? I want to copy this. Do you see how when I click here, I have what? I have the options to copy. So see what happens. If I copy this file, okay, this document to, okay, that's what? Let's say I what? I copy it to what? To demo, right? I want to copy it here, right here. See that it has what? It has copied. Copying what? One item. So this file has been copied. So if I go to demo, you see that I have what? I have Linux here. And if I go back to Linux, I have what? I still have my file there, right? So what? I have what? I have simply duplicated what? This particular file. This is what this particular file called what? Called commands.docs. Okay, it's a document. Okay, word. It's a what? It's a document. So what? I have copied it. But what? That is what? Let me also what? Demonstrate the move option. If I move this, okay, of course, like we saw with the move command, right? You will not expect to see it again in the Linux directory. So what? I can move it completely, right? And what? It is going to be moved. So what? Let's say what we move this to demo, right? So now I have it here. Okay. Okay, it says what? It already exists. So what? But what? Both. Okay. So now I have what? I have moved it. So now if I go to my demo, I have what? I have this. I have these two files here. But now if you go to Linux, what do you see? You see what? You see nothing. Why? Because you have moved it. So copy is what? Is going to create a copy of what? Of an object or of a file or directory, but what? Keeping the original. Why what? Why the move command is going to completely what? Move it from what? From one location to another, or what? Or rename. Because what? The move command has two major functions. Okay, it can what? It can rename and it can relocate. Did this help here? This is what I just did here. Did it help? Did it kind of provide an insight on what we're about to type now, what we're about to execute? Okay. So what? I'm going to delete this. Thank you so much. So what? Now, a very common example. Color last read usually an ATAC mismatch. Why? Linux. Okay, the file is open. That's why. Okay, don't worry. I'll do it. Okay. So the copy command is what? It's used to create a copy of a file or directory what? Directory without, okay, with what? Why what? Why maintaining the original copy? Just like if you take your passport to a documentation and you say, oh, you know what? Can you create for me a photocopy of my passport? Right? Now, the secretary is going to take the passport and what? And place it on the machine and give you what? Give you as many copies as possible and what? And still hand over to you your what? Your original passport. So the same thing and what? This is also one of the most commonly used DevOps commands that we use. And you are going to see that, as we progress, right? So let's create another scenario. So the copy command is used to create a copy of a file or directory. Why while maintaining the original copy. Okay, so this is what this command does. So say, for example, right, you want to add, okay, let's come back here again, in our Cameroon, let's do the African, example. Okay, so demo or example, let's say one, so create a directory called called, let's call it Africa. All right. Oh no, let's call it continents instead. Okay. Call it continents. Okay. And then we are going to change directory, directory to continents. So while in continents, create the following directories. Okay, directories. So what we have is, okay, create Africa. Okay, and create America and and Europe, right? Okay, so again create the following in the continent, okay, directory. That is directory. So we can let's create again Cameroon, no, Nigeria, okay, Ghana, okay, Kenya, like this, okay. Then now let me answer Chuku's question. Now we can let's now move, okay, move Cameroon to Africa directory, and copy Nigeria to to the African, to the Africa directory. Can we do this? So let's execute this scenario, right, with the copy command. Again, very simple to go ahead and do it. So let's come back here. First we make directory called continents. Then we are going to change that to change CD to continents. And so why in continents let's create a number of directories here called so we can make directory called Africa, and we can also now I want to make an arrow here call Europe. Okay, anyway, so okay, that's fine. I'll make an arrow on the command line later, okay, and then we'll see how we can correct that. Then another one called make directory America. Okay, like that. So it says, so again, what we should also what create the following. So again, we are going to again what make directory again, make directory Africa, no, make directory Cameroon. Okay, Cameroon, make directory Europe. Okay, and then what? Make directory again. Oh no, not Europe, Ghana. That's what this is. Ghana and what? And Nigeria. See that? Okay, so what? This is where we are going to be executing what? Executing our, our move and copy difference. Now what? It says to what? We should move Cameroon. So what? Move Cameroon to what? To Africa. That's it. Simple, right? So move Cameroon to Africa and then what? Copy Nigeria to Africa. Let's see the difference. Okay, and what? Copy what? So CP, Nigeria to what? To Africa also. So now what? We are going to see the difference again. Lowercase, this is change case. Change what? Change case to lowercase. Okay. Oh, it's simple. Don't worry, okay? I'll show you guys how to do it, okay? Don't worry about that. I'll show you. It's simple now. Okay, but don't worry, okay, what? Very soon we are going to get to files, okay? Well, what? We are still just yet on directories, okay? When we get to files, we are going to handle all of that. .txt, .py, .yaml. In fact, you know what? You are going to deal with a lot of, file extensions, okay? As we progress with this program, so don't worry. Just what? Just follow through what we are doing now. If this looks like a, some kind of a representative, don't worry about just be patient, okay? For the sake of others, just be patient so that we can get done, we can get going. Okay. So this is good now. See that? So this is all you want to do here. Okay. 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 So do this. And what? You can also put this in red. And you can make the following directories again. And then, of course, we can then move Cameroon to Africa. Okay. And we can do this. So how do you create .txt file? It's very simple. What? Touch what? You what? Touch what? Touch what? Students or what? .txt, like that. Simple. Else. See that? There we go. I don't understand why we create directory continents, then the next command was to directory into stealing continents. Okay, hold on 1 second. So we create that. Of course, what now? See, create what? So what does change directory means? Is what? Is to switch location, right? Okay. Okay, Mr. Sabila. Is to, so what? When you create something, you want to access that thing, right? So that, for example, now you what? You build a house and you want to what? You want to enter the house. That's what CD means, right? Is it clear now, Mr. Rogers? So what? You create and then what? You access CD. Do you understand now? Right? Why? Because we want to now enter this and what? And create that will say what? Why in the continents directory, or why in continents create what? Create the following directories: Africa, Europe, and okay, or the like. So again, what? Let's get out of here. clear my screen with the clear command. Let's start again from here. Okay, and then we're going to move to the files. So let's come back here again. Let's what? Make directory. Okay. Continents like that. See that? Now it says what? So ls again here. What I'm going to see that I have continents now, and now I want to access the continents directory, right? That's why you see what cd into what. Now I am going to show you guys something very soon. How to what? How to autocomplete, right? To avoid errors. But for now, I want you guys to first of all get used to what? Get used to typing the whole thing. And tomorrow, what? I am going to show you guys how to autocomplete in Linux. So you see that I can just type CON and I hit my tab key and I have my continents, right? That way, you know, I don't find myself struggling with errors, you know, or maybe mistyping file's name and all of that. So there we go. Let's see again. I don't have anything in the continents, but what? I have been asked to create the following, right? First, make directory in the continents, not continent. See that in the continents directory, right? So first here, what I'm going to make directory here called what? Make directory, okay, called Africa. Okay, I'm doing this for a specific reason because okay, I want to show you how you can also use the move command for what? For corrections. Very important, okay? Again, what? Make directory what? Europe. Make what? Make directory. Okay. America. Now, okay, again, what? Make directory here again, because I don't want to make error of this one. Just make Cameroon. See that? Recall my command. Delete this and what? I do Ghana. Again, what? I can recall Ghana and what? Change it to Kenya. I'll show you guys how to what? Okay, see that? I have what? I have intentionally typed Kenya with a small k. Can we correct that? So let's say, I mean, you know, your boss asks, okay, please, Mr. Rogers, can you create for me the front directories? And then you do it and you send to you say, oh, you know what? I like them to be, you know, I like them to obey, you know, the nouns, you know, protocol. So for example, instead of having Africa as small a, what to because Africa is a place, it's a continent. Let's make sure that it is in capital A. So how can you correct that error? Right? So for example, how can you correct this error? So somebody wants to help me here? How can I rename this? From Africa with small a to Africa with capital A. What command can I use? The move command. So what I can do is I can do move, okay? Africa to what? To, you see what I'm going to rename this now. I have what? See that? I have my Africa like that, okay? So now we have done the following. We have been able to create all of this. Let's now move on to where we have to move, okay? Cameroon to Africa, like someone was saying. So let's say I have Cameroon. I can move. What is my object? My object is Cameroon. And what is my destination? Is Africa. It's gone. Now if I run ls here, I don't expect to see Africa in what? In the continent. I mean, Cameroon what? In the continents directory again. But now our focus is mostly, okay, to differentiate the difference between the copy command and the move command. So let's say we want to copy Ghana to what? To Africa. Because of course Ghana belongs in Africa, right? So Ghana and Kenya want to copy it to Africa. Let's demonstrate the difference. Okay. So copy CP Africa. No, not Africa. Okay, this is what this is. Ghana to what? To Africa. Let's see what happens. Okay. So if you do this, okay, I think okay, that's okay. We can copy this again. There's a flag we're going to put in just a moment. So we can do this. We can, oh, this won't work. My pasting is not working. Okay, so let's copy what? Copy Ghana to Africa. So in this case, do this. Now, look at something. It says what? Okay, this is the error I wanted us to see. So when you are copying directories, right? You must what? You must use the -r option. So what? Copy dash what? -r and what? Copy what? Copy -r like that. So you see, it says what? It says what? It says your what? It says Ghana is a directory. So what? You just cannot copy it as though it's a file. If it was a file, right? It will not throw this error back to us. But because this is a directory, it says what? It says use what? Use the -r option. It says what? Not specified. So in this case, how can we fix that? What we are going to specify it. So I can run this again. And now, so first, okay, that's what. Let's do this. If you cd into Africa, because I want you guys to notice, okay? Africa, we have what? This, and we don't know what, we don't see anything in the African directory. We see what? We see just Cameroon. So when we now copy Ghana to Africa and come back and run ls in Africa, what? We should be able to see Ghana and Africa copied. But again, what? In continents, we should still see Ghana there. Why? Because what? We just made a copy. We did not move. Okay? Go back here. So what? It says copy -r Ghana to what? To Africa. See that? It goes through. So in continents, we still have Ghana. But now if what? If you run city to Africa, we what? On LSD, what do we see? We have Ghana. So do you now see that in continents, we still have Ghana, and in Africa, we also have what? We also have Ghana. Okay, so what? This is the difference between the copy command and the CP command. So what is the major difference? Can someone type for me in the chat? Like, what is the difference between copy and move? So when you move something, in what? It moves plus the original copy or of the files, or in fact, everything is moved. But when you copy, what happens? The original, so what? CP retains the original, that's the right word. So what? CP retains the original and creates a copy. Just like if you take your passport to the photocopier, you can what? You can, create a copy, but what? Maintaining the original. Okay. Very, very, very important. I know that we took just 10 minutes break. Let's what? Take another 10 minutes break. Okay. And when we come back, we're going to what? We're going to start with what? With files management and what? And before we do this, let's look at, before we go for a break, let's what? Look at how to what? Okay, what? The CP command leaves the original copy, while the move command what? Don't leave anything. Perfect. CP what? Copies the original copy of that particular directory. Why what? Move command does not keep any duplicate. The same thing. How to what? How to delete. So somebody asked this question yesterday. That was Collins. How to what? Let's look at how to what? Delete a directory. Very important. Okay, how to what? How to delete a directory. So we have this. Okay, this was 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we have 7 here. How to what? How to did what? That is what we did. What we did? Remove directory command. Okay. Remove what? Remove directory command. Okay. They remove directory command. All right. How to what? How to delete what? A directory. It's very simple. Not simple, but quite easy. So CP that, okay. Files management. So how to create files, to protect your files, add contents to files, delete files. Okay. This is the most, in fact, what? Files management in Linux, right? If there's one thing I'm going to recommend 100% is what? Please understand directories and what and files. Because throughout this program, right, you're going to be working with files and directories. Very, very important. So you know how to add content to files. As a matter of fact, right, source code management and versions control is what is all based on files. Right. So when we get to Git, right, Git it's all about files. Okay. How can we track changes, on any given file using versions control tools. So super important to understand that. So let's look at how can we delete directories. So why in the continent directory, let's delete, Kenya and America. Okay. So again, why we are here. Let's now delete let's do one thing. A brand new example. 1. Okay, create what? Create the following directories. Okay, simple. So what? Let's do. So now we're in Africa. Let's just add what? More country to what? Let's make directory. Let's create. Okay. Create South Africa. South what? South Africa. Create what? Create a directory. Okay. Create the following what? Create directories called. Okay. Called what? No, called. So South Africa, Sudan, Niger, right? Now what? We are going to delete what? Delete the following, okay, directories. So in this case, delete what? So remove what? Remove directory, Niger, okay? And again, what? Remove directory, Sudan, okay? And what? Remove what? Remove directory what? South, okay? Africa. South what? Africa. Very important, okay? Let's look at this last one before we take a break, and we'll come back. Okay, what we're going to start looking at what our files management. So tomorrow's class is all based on files. Okay, file extensions, how to manipulate files. These are the very key concepts that you need to have a very solid, I would say, solid understanding on. All right. So again, remember how I said, the commands itself are case sensitive. Now we can change everything here to lowercase. Now our commands are okay. And we can change like that. So let's come back here and create, okay? Let's what? Are we starting there? So yeah. So yes, tomorrow we have a class from 7 p.m. 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay. We have a class tomorrow. Okay, our Sunday class starts tomorrow. All right, so let's come back here and what? We can create what? Sorry, make directory called what? South Africa. Make what? Make directory called what? Sudan. And what? Again, make directory called Niger. So then how can we remove that? So if you run ls here, what do you see? You see Sudan, you see Niger, you see Ghana, and all of that. Right? So now let's what? Let's now remove them. So I want what? Remove directory. What? Again, Niger is cut. Now look at something, okay? Let me create an error here. Okay, I'm not, okay, I made Nigeria. Okay, this is what? Nigeria. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's move what? Nigeria. See that? So it's gone. We don't what? We don't see it again. Go back here again, and what? We can remove Sudan. See that? And what? We can also remove, you know, South Africa is what is removed. See that? We don't have it again, right? But now, if you look at the output of this previous ls, we have what we had, you know, South Africa, Sudan. Okay. So first we had it here. We had ls here, we had Nigeria, we had Nigeria, Nigeria. Okay. South Africa and Sudan, but now is what? It's all gone. It's all removed. And of course, what we can also remove, you know, America. We can remove what? America is removed. Ls is what? So it's gone. So what? They removed dir arrow command can help you a lot to do that. So let's take a break. Another 10 minutes break. And when we come back, right, we'll have 20 minutes and we are going to start you know, we are going to start files management. It's an intro, and tomorrow we'll go very deep into files management. Our class on Friday, so within the week, right, you're going to have an assignment to create your AWS account. Okay, you know, it's a very cool thing. So what we are going to start AWS as promised from day one, and what that is your cloud experience there starting. All right, and I'll tell you a lot about it, but don't worry about that. Okay. So it's important to understand all of these concepts. So let's see how you know it goes and what we can do from here. So let's take a 10 minutes break.